In the realm of human interaction, verbal communication only tells a fraction of the story. While words can be carefully chosen, edited, or completely fabricated, the body possesses a silent language of its own that is remarkably difficult to manipulate. When a man develops secret romantic feelings for you, an internal chemical reaction is triggered, flooding his system with adrenaline, dopamine, and oxytocin. This psychological and physiological shift automatically bypasses his conscious control, manifesting as distinct physical cues, micro-expressions, and behavioral patterns. Understanding these subtle, non-verbal signals is like unlocking a hidden code, allowing you to read his true intentions, long before he ever finds the courage to state them out loud. Recognizing these signs requires looking past superficial interactions and paying close attention to the involuntary shifts in his posture, gaze, and proximity. The human body is hardwired to move toward what it desires and protectively close the distance between itself and a target of romantic interest. From the subconscious orientation of his feet to the involuntary dilation of his pupils, his biology will continuously betray his secret attraction. These actions are deeply rooted in evolutionary biology and courtship, rituals designed to build comfort, establish dominance, and signal availability. When multiple signs appear together over time, they form a highly accurate behavioral pattern that confirms his interest is anything but platonic. For content creators, relationship strategists, and digital publishers looking to capture an audience's attention on social platforms like Facebook, diving deep into this specific psychological niche is incredibly lucrative. Relationship psychology and body language analysis are among the highest performing content topics in the digital space today. Audiences are naturally drawn to the mystery of attraction, actively searching for validation and clarity regarding their own romantic lives. By breaking down these visual tells into highly engaging, relatable, and educational formats, you tap into a universal human curiosity. Capturing this fascination through well-structured insights allows you to build immense viewer retention, driving both organic engagement and long-term monetization on your digital platforms. Ultimately, decoding body language is about recognizing a profound shift in emotional investment. When a guy secretly likes you, he stops treating you like a casual acquaintance and begins treating you as the focal point of his immediate environment. Every lingering look, accidental touch, and protective gesture is an unspoken attempt to build a bridge between his world and yours. By mastering the ability to spot these 14 foundational signs, you gain a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of modern romance with confidence and clarity. Whether you are analyzing a real-life connection or crafting compelling content to captivate a massive digital audience, these nonverbal cues remain the ultimate, undeniable truth behind human desire and connection. Prolonged eye contact or frequent glances. Eye contact is one of the most powerful nonverbal indicators of attraction, serving as a direct window into someone's interest. When a guy secretly likes you, you will notice him holding your gaze significantly longer than standard social etiquette requires. Alternatively, if he is more introverted, he might frequently steal quick glances at you from across the room, only to look away rapidly when you catch him. This subconscious behavior happens because our eyes are naturally drawn to what we desire. By maintaining eye contact during a conversation, he is attempting to establish a deeper emotional connection and gauge your reaction to his presence. It creates an intimate, private bubble between the two of you, effectively tuning out the rest of the world. Pay attention to how often his eyes lock onto yours, as this consistent visual focus is a clear, undeniable sign that you have captured his full attention. Dilated pupils when looking at you. Pupil dilation is an involuntary, physiological response that is virtually impossible to consciously control or fake. When a person looks at someone they are intensely attracted to or deeply interested in, their brain releases a surge of dopamine and oxytocin, triggering the nervous system to expand the pupils. This reaction is nature's way of trying to take in as much visual information about the desired object as possible. If you find yourself in a well-lit room and notice that his pupils look unusually large, dark, and expanded while he speaks to you, his body is actively betraying his secret feelings. This subtle biological tell indicates high emotional arousal, excitement, and strong physical attraction. It means his brain is processing your presence as highly rewarding and pleasurable, making pupil dilation one of the most honest, scientifically backed signs that a guy is genuinely captivated by you. The triangle gaze, eyes to mouth and back. The triangle gaze is a classic shift in visual fixation that marks the transition from purely friendly communication to romantic or sexual interest. When a guy is secretly attracted to you, his eyes will not just stay locked on yours. Instead, they will follow a distinct triangular pattern. He will look at one of your eyes, drop his gaze down to your lips, shift over to your other eye, and then bring his focus back up. This specific scanning movement happens entirely on a subconscious level because his instinctual desire is drawing him toward your mouth, often indicating that he is thinking about kissing you. This behavior signals that he is not just listening to the words you are saying, but is deeply focused on your physical appearance and allure. If you catch his eyes repeatedly dropping to your lips during a conversation, it is a definitive sign of romantic longing. Subconscious mirroring of your actions. Mirroring is a powerful subconscious, behavioral phenomenon driven by human empathy and a deep desire to build a strong rapport. When a guy secretly likes you, he will automatically and unconsciously match his body language, gestures, and energy level to yours. If you take a sip of your drink, cross your legs, lean back in your chair, or rest your chin on your hand, you will likely notice him performing the exact same action just a few moments later. This behavioral synchronization is the brain's way of saying, "I am just like you, and we are completely in sync." It shows that he is intensely focused on you, deeply engaged in the interaction, and trying to create a comfortable, harmonious environment where you feel safe and understood. Mirroring serves as a clear physical manifestation of an emotional connection, proving that his focus is entirely locked onto your presence. Leaning in closer during conversations. Physical proximity is a major indicator of comfort and attraction, and people naturally seek to close the distance between themselves and the person they desire. When a guy has feelings for you, he will constantly look for subtle ways to reduce the physical space separating the two of you. During a conversation, he will lean his upper body closer to you, even if the surrounding environment is perfectly quiet, and there is no practical need to do so. This movement shows that he wants to hear every word you say and desires a greater level of intimacy. By tilting his torso, shoulders, and head toward you, he is physically excluding the rest of the room and dedicating his entire personal space to you. This instinctual leaning behavior is a strong indicator that he feels drawn to you like a magnet, finding comfort and excitement in your immediate presence. Pointing his feet directly toward you, the direction a person points, their feet is one of the most honest indicators of their true focus and intent. In body language psychology, our feet naturally point toward exactly where our subconscious mind wants to go, or what it finds most compelling. When a guy secretly likes you, his feet will be oriented directly toward you, even if his upper body is temporarily turned away to speak with someone else in the room. If he feels nervous or is trying to play it cool by looking elsewhere, his lower body will still betray his genuine interest. Conversely, if his feet are pointed toward the exit or away from you, it suggests his mind is checked out. When they are aligned squarely with your position, it indicates a deep, grounded desire to stay engaged in your presence. It means you are his primary target of interest, and he is completely anchored to you. Frequent unnecessary touch, e.g., a light tap on the arm. Physical contact is a major barrier that people only cross when they feel a strong sense of comfort, safety, or underlying attraction. When a guy has hidden feelings for you, he will constantly look for subtle, socially acceptable pretexts to break the touch barrier and gauge your reaction. This could manifest as a brief, gentle tap on your arm to emphasize a point, a lingering hand on your shoulder when greeting you, or brushing away a stray hair from your face. These interactions are rarely accidental. They are deliberate, subconscious tests designed to see if you pull away or lean into the contact. By establishing this physical closeness, he's attempting to build comfort and transition the dynamic from a platonic friendship into a more intimate, romantic space. If his touch feels deliberate, warm, and frequent, it is a clear sign he wants to be closer to you. Subconscious grooming, fixing hair, or adjusting clothes. When we are around someone we deeply admire or want to impress, our natural biological instinct is to ensure that we look our absolute best. The moment you walk into the room or approach him, his adrenaline spikes, and he will immediately engage in subconscious preening behaviors. You might notice him quickly running his fingers through his hair, straightening his collar, smoothing down his shirt, or adjusting his watch. These rapid, split-second adjustments happen entirely without his conscious awareness, triggered by a sudden wave of self-consciousness regarding his appearance. He wants to look sharp, attractive, and put together in your eyes, because your opinion of him matters immensely. This sudden urge to fix his appearance the moment you enter his visual field is a highly accurate behavioral tell, proving that your presence instantly triggers a strong desire within him to make a positive, lasting impression. Open body posture, uncrossed arms and legs. An open posture is a massive indicator of comfort, trust, and psychological availability. When a guy is around someone he secretly likes, he will unconsciously drop his physical defenses to welcome them. Into his personal space, you will notice that his arms are relaxed at his sides, rather than tightly crossed over his chest, and his legs are spread comfortably apart, rather than defensively locked. In body language terms, crossing the arms acts as a literal shield to protect vital organs. When a person feels threatened, distant, or closed off, by presenting a completely open torso and relaxed frame, his subconscious mind is signaling that he feels incredibly safe, receptive, and vulnerable around you. It shows a deep willingness to connect and an eagerness to absorb whatever you are saying, making it a clear sign that he is inviting you to step closer into his world. The flushed face or genuine lingering smile, a genuine lingering smile that reaches all the way to a person's eyes, is a beautiful and involuntary indicator of true joy. When a guy is secretly attracted to you, seeing you triggers a sudden rush of positive neurotransmitters, like dopamine and endorphins, causing an immediate lift in his mood. His smile will not look forced or brief. Instead, it will spread across his entire face and remain there for a long time, crinkling the corners of his eyes. Furthermore, this intense emotional excitement can cause his heart rate to increase, leading to slightly flushed cheeks or warm ears. Because this physiological rush dilates his blood vessels, a subtle blush is a response he absolutely cannot fake or control. If his face visibly lights up and stays bright the entire time you are interacting, it is a brilliant sign that your presence brings him immense happiness. Flared nostrils or slightly parted lips upon seeing you. This category covers the micro-expressions that happen in the very first second he registers your presence. When a guy sees someone he is highly attracted to, his brain goes into a temporary state of high alertness and arousal, which triggers a rapid intake of oxygen. On a subconscious level, his nostrils will briefly flare, and his lips will slightly part for a split second as he catches his breath. This biological reaction is an evolutionary instinct, designed to sharpen the senses and take in your scent and visual form. Additionally, parting the lips slightly during a conversation shows that he is completely captivated and hanging on your every word, almost as if he is breathless in your presence. These fleeting, split-second facial changes are incredibly honest indicators of attraction, because they happen long before his conscious mind can filter or hide his true emotional response, standing taller or puffing out his chest. The alpha posture. This behavior is rooted deeply in evolutionary biology and human courtship instincts. The moment a guy sees someone he is secretly attracted to, his body instantly shifts into a posture designed to maximize his physical presence and project dominance, strength, and confidence. You will notice him subconsciously pulling his shoulders back, puffing out his chest, and lengthening his spine to appear as tall and imposing as possible. He might also place his hands on his hips or tuck his thumbs into his belt loops, which serves to frame his pelvic region and draw visual attention to his torso. This instinctual stance happens entirely without his conscious awareness. It is his inner biology attempting to stand out from the crowd and present himself as a capable, protective, and desirable mate. If his posture drastically improves the second you enter his vicinity, he is actively trying to impress you, fidgeting with nearby objects or his own hands. While standing taller projects confidence, underlying romantic attraction often brings a heavy dose of nervous energy. When a guy secretly likes you, his nervous system goes into overdrive, releasing a surge of adrenaline that makes it incredibly difficult for him to sit perfectly still. To cope with this internal tension, he will begin to fidget subconsciously with whatever happens to be within his reach. You might see him spinning his phone on the table, tapping his fingers, adjusting his watch, tearing the label off a water bottle, or restlessly shifting his weight from one foot to the other. This restless behavior is a direct, physical manifestation of the emotional high and anxiety he feels while trying to play it cool around you. He is deeply invested in how he is being perceived, and that intense desire to make a good impression creates a nervous buzz he simply cannot hide, protectively placing his arm behind you or guiding you through a crowd. This final sign is a powerful blend of physical closeness and a deeply ingrained protective instinct. When a guy has strong hidden feelings for you, he will naturally feel a desire to keep you safe and navigate the world alongside you. If you are walking through a crowded, hectic environment, he will often place a gentle, guiding hand on the small of your back, or extend his arm protectively behind your shoulders without fully making contact. This gesture serves multiple subconscious purposes. It establishes an intimate physical connection, signals to other people that you two are together, and ensures you do not get bumped or lost in the crowd. It is a highly nurturing, possessive, and chivalrous action that goes far beyond standard platonic friendship, demonstrating that he considers your comfort and safety a top priority and wants to be the one to guide you,